Right, hello and welcome to what is going to be a nice, playful, and kind of just warming up style flow. This could be a good one to practice first thing in the morning if you're feeling like you just want to get a little bit more into your body and feel a little more integrated. But it could also be a nice, energetic pick me up after the end of your workday, for example. So let's go ahead and start on the mat. We are going to start standing for this flow. And as you arrive, you can kind of extend out through your toes, spread out through them, get a nice solid base, soften through your joints, and begin to rock a little bit from heel to toe. If it feels of interest to you, you might close your eyes. Notice your breath here. See if there's any interest in altering your breath. In this case, it might be deepening your inhale and more fully completing your exhale, feeling everything draw towards center and all that stale breath exit your lungs. On your next inhale, come to standing still. Open your eyes if they're closed and let's sweep arms up overhead. On the exhale, we're going to soften our knees and fold really gently over our legs. Inhale, halfway lift along the spine. Pause here. Find that place where you feel your hamstrings start to maybe talk back to you a little bit. And we're just going to pulse toward and away from that point for a moment. Sometimes this titration can be pleasant in our bodies. And then on your next exhale, fold all the way down. Soften your knees. And on an inhale, we're going to come up into a chair form. Exhale, fold, let it go. Step your right foot back, lower that knee, breath in, look forward and up. And exhale, step it back into a plank. Pause here, maybe finding some rocks into your heels and your wrists. And then we're going to lower our knees, come back towards a child's form. Let your elbows land on the mat, look forward, drag yourself through, keeping low with your chest until you can land your torso down. Keep your pelvis grounded as you inhale up for a cobra and exhale, let it go. Fingertips as wide as the mat, inhale up cobra. Exhale, lower left shoulder, look great. Inhale through center. Exhale, second side. Inhale through center. Exhale, release. Plant your hands, press up and back, all the way to a downward facing form. Pause here, feel it out. On an inhale, let's reach right leg up. And exhale, step it through. Lower your left knee, breath in. Exhale, step it forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find that sweet spot again. And let's pulse here. Waking up our hamstrings a little bit more. And then press into your feet, rise all the way up. Overhead, catch your left wrist. Exhale, lean to the right, hips go left. Inhale through center, switch the grip. And exhale, second side. Inhale through center. Take a moment here. You might interlace your fingers, turn your palms face up. And exhale, find a gentle lift through your heart. Come through center and release it all the way down. This time, left foot steps back, lower that knee, breath in, look up. Exhale, plank form. Pause here, hold for 3, 2, 1. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale to pull through cobra form. Check here that your pelvis is landed, shoulders are together and back, and heart pulls through. Exhale to release. Press into your knees or your feet. Lift your belly button from the mat and press your weight up and back. Downward facing form. 2 breaths here. Use an inhale to sweep that left leg up and exhale, step it through. Lower your right knee, breath in, look up. And exhale, find the front edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift along spine. Exhale, release, soften your knees. Inhale up, chair form, second time. All right, from here, we're gonna draw hands to heart center, shift into that right foot. Balance on that foot, lifting your left. And then we're gonna slowly sweep arms and left leg back. Just say hello to a warrior three. Lower your left toes, come on up, high lunge. Pause here, take a breath. One more breath in. Exhale, we're gonna open twist to the right. Take a breath in here. Exhale, reverse it. Right hand might push across toward the front edge of the mat. Inhale back through that twist and unwind, coming to face forward. On your exhale, left hand's gonna lower. Open twist to the right again. Option to stay right here. You might be feeling a nice stretch through your IT band, or to turn both sets of toes toward that long edge and maybe find a couple lowers and lifts. These are equal value options. It's just what might feel best in your body this morning or this afternoon or evening, whenever you're taking this. Unwind, come back to face the front edge, take a pause in a power lunge, arms reaching forward, feel the strength of this right leg. On your exhale, hands frame your right foot, lift your left leg up, standing split. Take a breath. Gently lower your left toes behind you. And then from here, we're gonna lower that left knee, breath in, look up. Exhale, straighten both legs any amount to look back. A couple more times. Inhale to bend, look up. And exhale to straighten and look back. Last one. This time it'll be a hold. You might step your left foot forward a little bit. I find it nice to bring my hands up to my front leg, give my hips room to square and level out. And then I guide them down my front leg until I feel like I'm gonna lose integrity in my hips. So that might mean hands stay here, might mean coming to blocks or to the mat. But if you check the front sides of your hips, they're square, they're level. We're not messing with any alignment issues in the pelvic girdle here. On your next inhale, soften into your right leg, and we're going to pivot on our feet, crawling our hands to the left, all the way to the back edge of the mat. Lower your right knee, left hand to left knee, inhale, right arm comes up, a low lunge. Option to stay here with your arms, or maybe to reach both up, or find a twist. Whatever might feel most of service in your body at this moment. One more breath in. On the exhale, right hand lowers down inside of left foot. Lift your right knee. We're going to turn our feet to face the long edge of the mat again and lower down. Drag your left foot with you as you come to a seat. So then we're in a little bit of a pretzel. We're going to tuck right elbow outside of left knee. Find a gentle twist to the left. Unwind. Stack your knees. Whether there's a gap or not doesn't matter so much. It's just that we have feet flexed symmetrically, both sit bones grounded, lean forward. It might stand out to you right now, but we've been working the right side, and yet this really targets that left hip. Be gentle with it. When you're ready to ease up, use an inhale. Come back to facing the back edge of your mat, kind of unwinding as you do. Plant both hands, curl your right toes under. We're gonna kick this left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, rock forward to a three-legged plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale up, upward facing dog or cobra. You might take an extra push up or not. Make your way to downward facing form. From here, right leg swings up. We're gonna bend the knee, opening the hip. Maybe you find some circles here, one way and the other. If it feels all right to you, we're gonna tip this over into a wild thing. Option to reach back with your right hand or to take Jnana Mudra, thumb against index finger, and press up toward the ceiling. Sometimes that can provide some nerve flossing through some of the nerves of your arm. And then from here, look down toward the back edge of the mat, lift your right toes up, and step them back. Finding right leg at the back edge, come up to kneeling, back toes untucked. Straighten that right leg so your hips are square and level, and hinge at your hips. Hands can come down to blocks or to the mat. Finding a half split here. One thing to check is that you're not hyperextending or even fully locking. Try to keep just a micro bend in that right knee. That just allows certain stabilizing muscles to be kicked on and supportive. Sometimes our hamstrings then feel like they can open up a little bit more with that support. One more breath here. On an inhale, we're gonna hinge back into that right knee. Curl your left toes under, lift that foot, but then lower the heel 90 degrees. Right hand inside of right foot. Inhale, left arm up. Find your side angle. You might take a bind here. You might focus on keeping your sit bones drawn together. So there's that integration through your pelvic girdle. On the exhale, let's sweep that left arm down, crawl all the way back to the front edge of the mat. Lower your right knee, second low lunge. This time, as you come upright, you might choose to bend that back leg and catch it. It can be a one hand or a two hand thing. You can draw your heel in or you can kick it away. One thing, if you want to play with balance and you feel like this would be something that your body would be interested in, that you could do a two-handed clasp of your ankle and flex your foot. And then from here, really kick in, find your back bend, and then slowly tilt back until that toe catches you. Wherever you are, use the muscles of your body to safely exit. We'll plant our hands, step that right foot forward and come up to standing. Palms can face forward, knees can soften a little or a lot. Notice the difference between left and right sides. We integrated quite a few ranges of motion into that right side through a single set. And you might be feeling an energetic difference in your body right now between left and right. Once you feel ready, you can inhale, reach those arms up. Interlace fingers, non-dominant grip, turn your palms face up. And draw your arms back, lift through your heart, find a gentle back bend here. Gaze up, and exhale, fold it down. Pause here, maybe bending and straightening into your legs, finding that pulse, but this time instead of from the hinge of your hips, from the hinge of your knees. On an inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, release, let it go. Soften your knees, inhale up, chair form. Final time. Always a good thing when it's the final chair. Exhale, hands to heart center, shift into your left foot, hover your right, and then leg and arms go back together to find a warrior three for just a moment. Lower your right toes, bring it on up, high lunge. Take a breath here. On an exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse it, maybe pushing your left palm toward the front edge. Inhale back to the twist. And exhale, unwind. Right hand's gonna find the inside of the left foot. We're gonna turn to the left, either open twist or turn both sets of toes to that edge. Maybe you lower and lift a couple of times. Come back to face forward. From here, inhale up, find the power lunge for just a moment. And exhale, frame out this left leg. Your hands can be as wide as your mat here for more support. And press into that foot to lift your right leg up for a standing split. On an exhale, lower your right toes. We're going to soften that right knee, look forward, take a breath in. And exhale, straighten both legs any amount, look back. Inhale, bend, look up. Exhale, straighten, look back. Last one. On the exhale, we're going to hold, maybe stepping that right foot forward. Perhaps you slide your hands up that front leg. Take a moment to square and level your hips, and then slide them back down any amount. Meet your body where it's at. It's the only place where work can really happen here in a safe and supportive manner. Find a couple of breaths. On an inhale, soften into that left knee. Begin to crawl your hands to the right. Pivot on your feet till you're facing the back edge of your mat. Lower your left knee, right hand to right knee. Inhale, left arm up. Low lunge. Do whatever with your arms you did on the other side. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down inside of right foot. Lift your left knee. Turn your toes to the right edge of your mat and begin to lower onto your outer left hip, dragging your right foot with you until you find your pretzel seat. Left elbow outside of right knee, find a twist. And inhale, unwind. Stack your knees for double pigeon form. Both feet are flexed, both sit bones are grounded. Gently hinge forward, feeling this perhaps in your outer right hip. With an inhale to gently exit. We're going to curl back to the back edge, so just unwind in a way that feels safe for your body. And as we come back here, plant your hands, kick your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Bring it forward to a plank, lower half or all the way, and find your back bend. We'll meet back in a downward facing form. From here, we're going to inhale this right leg up. Bend the knee, sorry, not right leg, left leg up. Bend the knee, opening the hip. Find a circle one direction and the other. You might tip this over into a wild thing, maybe finding that Jnana mudra toward the ceiling if you did so on the other side. Really think of your shoulders drawing together here, hips lifting. Gaze down toward the back edge. Lift your left toes and step that foot toward your right hand. Now we have the left foot planted. We can go ahead and come on up. Untuck your back toes. Straighten your left leg, keeping a gentle bend in that knee. And hinge at your hips. Half split here. Find your breath. On an inhale, begin to bend back into this left leg. Bring your left hand inside of it. Curl your right toes under, lift that knee. Lower that heel 90 degrees and bring your right arm up for a side angle form. Of course, feeling free to find a bind or adjust in any way, but keeping that integration of sit bones drawing toward one another. On the exhale, right hand's gonna lower. We're gonna crawl all the way back to the front edge of the mat. And here, instead of stepping forward, we're gonna step back. Lower your knees. Come back to a child's form for just a moment, rocking your hips side to side. And then we're gonna rock all the way onto our bellies. Okay, from here, bring this right leg out to the side. You can either have your knee bent or you can have it straight. Set about a 90 degree to your hip. We're gonna bring right fingers forward, tent them, and slide your left hand under palm face down so you can roll open under your right arm into a supine twist. Take a couple of breaths here. One more. As you begin to roll back toward your belly, preserve your right leg out to the side. Bring your hands back by your ribs, and we're going to bend this back knee, this left knee, and come up and back into an asymmetrical child's form. Your right toes point forward. So if your knee was bent here, just straighten it as you come back. Find this asymmetrical child's form. 2 breaths here. And then gently make your way back onto your belly. Right leg comes back in. Left leg kicks out to the left. Left fingers tent, right arm slides under, and unroll your way onto your back. Find your breath, let it be heavy, let it be slow. Gently begin to unwind. Your hands will again slide back by your ribs as you press your way up and back to an asymmetrical child's form. Read it for a couple of breaths. And gently bring yourself to kneeling this time. This is a great time to decide if you would like to keep moving from here according to your body's own preferences, or if you're feeling like you'd like to bring this to an end. Of course, you can just pause the video if you want to keep moving. If you are interested in closing, then you might come to a comfortable seat, do some shoulder circles, find a nice long spine, and let your hands rest either face down on your thighs if that would feel more grounding to you, or face up if you're feeling maybe a little depleted and like you want to be more receptive to energy rather than discharging energy. And with either of those intentions in mind, you can let your breath begin to settle to a more natural rhythm. Soften through your jaw, the muscles of your face. Take a moment to let your body, your breath, and your mind be engaged in the same exact experience. And when you feel ready to exit this moment, you might take a deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. Move your hands, perhaps rubbing them along your upper legs, bringing some sensation back into your body. Maybe circling your shoulders or looking over one shoulder and then the other. On an inhale, arms can come out and up, palms touching overhead. With an exhale, your hands can come down to heart center, where you might set any sort of intention heading into the rest of your day, your week, your life. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. As always, it makes such a difference for us little YouTube yogis if you like a video, if you like it, or comment on it, or subscribe. I so appreciate it, and I wish the best for you.